The Elizabethan Age, the dawn of modern England. Elizabeth I, the Queen who transformed England. Elizabeth I, the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, was one of the most famous and influential monarchs of England. She ruled from 1558 until her death in 1603. During her 45 years, she guided England through political, religious, and economic crises and ushered in its golden age. Here, we explore the personality and achievements of this exceptional queen. Elizabeth was an intelligent, independent woman and fiercely committed to her royal duties. She had a complex personality. While appearing kind and lovable, she could be a ruthless and powerful politician. She was widely educated and fluent in several languages, including Latin, Greek, French, and Italian. Her love of learning and the arts made her stand out not only as a ruler, but also as a patron of culture. She never married and earned the title of the Virgin Queen. This decision may have been a political strategy, as by not being dependent on a husband, she was able to maintain her independence and have complete control over her country. Let's take a look at Elizabeth I's achievements. Establishing religious stability. One of Elizabeth's greatest challenges was the religious crisis in England. After the reign of Mary I, her half-sister, who was Catholic and tried to restore Catholicism with violence, the country had suffered a deep split between Protestants and Catholics. Elizabeth tried to create a balance between these two groups by creating the Act of Uniformity. She introduced the Church of England as the official religion of the country, but at the same time allowed Catholics to hold their religious ceremonies in secret. Strengthening England's power in the world arena. Elizabeth knew very well that in order to maintain England's independence, she had to strengthen the country's military and naval power. She supported great explorers such as Sir Francis Drake, who became famous for his sea voyages. England's victory over the Spanish Armada in 1588 was a turning point in her reign and made England one of the world's leading naval powers. Flourishing arts and culture. Elizabeth had a great interest in arts and culture. She was a patron of great playwrights, poets, and musicians who reached their peak during her time. Her reign is known as the Golden Age of English literature. William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Edmund Spenser were among the most prominent artists of this period. This support for the arts shaped England's cultural identity for centuries. Smart foreign policy. Elizabeth had a very cautious foreign policy. She avoided unnecessary wars while expanding England's influence by forming temporary alliances and supporting Protestant rebels in Europe. She also strengthened foreign trade, laying the foundation for England's future commercial empire. Symbolic power and popularity. Elizabeth was able to become a national symbol. During her reign, she won the trust of the people and presented the image of a powerful and popular queen. Her famous speech to her soldiers before the battle with the Armada is an example of her ability to stir up nationalist sentiment. "I may have the body of a weak and sick woman, but I have the heart and soul of a king, and that of the Kingdom of England." Long-term impact of Elizabeth I. Elizabeth succeeded in transforming a country that was on the verge of collapse into a world power. Her decisions in the fields of religion, foreign policy, and culture laid the foundations of modern England. After her death, a new era began, but Elizabeth's legacy lives on in English history and culture. Listen to the summary first, then pause and repeat each sentence after me to practice. Elizabeth I, daughter of Henry VIII, ruled England from 1558 to 1603. She brought stability to England by balancing religious tensions, built a strong navy, and defeated the Spanish Armada. Her reign, known as the Elizabethan Golden Age, saw the flourishing of arts, with writers like Shakespeare. Elizabeth's smart diplomacy strengthened England's power, and she became a beloved symbol of strength and unity. Her legacy shaped England into a global power. You are part of this historic journey. With your support, we can continue this adventure.